So, as we come to a close, what I want you to do is diagnose and advise me. So, as we were speaking before, I am relatively new to skiing. I skied as a kid, and then last year did the season, and then this year I've always exclusively stayed in the resort. A bit of touring and a bit of walking up, just like 15 minutes of boot hacking to get to some fresh lines.
Slack
What
country.
should
Yeah.
I? Yeah, what should I do in the next 5 years, and where should I go?
Well, you should take an Avi class. I
That's
think,
in March,
yeah,
4 days.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think that's especially after all this talk about avalanches. Like we, anyone that I go ski with in this kind of mountain, these terrain, they have all have some rudimentary or more like in-depth avalanche training where they know what to do if something goes wrong, and they know how to read the snowpack. They know how to. That comes with experience too. Spend enough time in snow, you'll start like developing a sixth sense of what the snow's doing and like how to look at something. But yeah, I can't really stress that enough. It's really fun and interesting to learn about snow and how it bonds and what happens with wind and all that. But yeah, that regular practice with your avalanche gear. But where should you go skiing? I mean, the Alps are amazing for what you described, the slack country touring, where you just like take a lift up. You get well versed in using FatMap or other apps that kind of track and collect so much data that you can use and plan your ski tours. It seems like overwhelming to just walk out into the backcountry, but once you have like the basic style where you know where to go and where to kind of avoid obvious beginner mistakes like ski touring right below massive faces or just spending time in bad spots, but safety wise, then I love going on FatMap and also Strava and look at the heat maps of the areas. It's like if you're not completely sure where to go in like this in a big valley or coming out like from a creek and like coming up into the alpine and you're not really sure like the best way up, maybe there's no track for you on a good day, then you're stoked. But then you can use those like resources like the heat maps and stuff to like, okay, so where do people usually go here, and you can just kind of follow that. That's what I always do if I'm somewhere new and I'm not sure. Maybe it's dark, maybe you start early in the morning or bad weather and you're like, where the hell does the trail go? You can just like look up Strava heat maps and you're like, oh shit, yeah, it's totally blue right here, like everyone's walked this way. So you just follow that so you don't end up in some dumb place. But other than that, I mean, do your squat.
Anywhere other than the Alps?
I mean, like I say, a Japan trip, I'm very partial to Japan. I wouldn't bother with North America too much, to be honest. Like, they have amazing skiing, but also like a lot of skiers. So a lot of the more user friendly stuff has so much traffic on it. It's kind of like hard to find the solitude that I like. Definitely recommend going to, if you're gonna do North America, I would say go to the Powder Highway in interior BC. Drive that around the classic resorts like Banff and maybe Baker and yeah, Revelstoke obviously, but then definitely take a few days and go into Rogers Pass and go ski touring there. It's amazing pillow skiing in the trees, and if you do get up in the high alpine, it's insane. And there's a lot of good resources on that area too to find what you're looking for. But yeah, my heart beats for Norway, northern Norway in the spring, Lyngen Alps, Lofoten, Senja. It just doesn't get any better than that. You get to ski like they have something for every level, and you're skiing with like a backdrop of fjords and a sun that doesn't set, at least not in May. So, or barely sets, just dips below the horizon for a few hours. Yeah.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yes.
Norway it is, I reckon.
Yeah. No, man, you're not going to be disappointed. It's such an amazing community of skiers up there too. Like really friendly, and you can always just go into a ski shop and ask people where to go, and uh, just find people in the mountain. And yeah, it's amazing.